Okay guys, this is Grand Phantom 369. We are back with Zimbabwe, aka the Kingdom of Mutapa. Excuse me. Um so last time in the video where we left off, we were getting prepped for waging war against Attrition. We've already allied with Somalia, so I don't really expect Somalia to contribute a great deal, honestly. But they're strategically important simply because they're going to distract Ageron while I take Ageron's other forts specifically. So, and remember, the goal here is to take this coastline, as much of it as we can. Particularly taking this market center and whatever else we can get. And we're gonna siphon all of that. We're gonna siphon all of that institution growth to us, because it looked like he's already got most of the stuff. He's already got New World and Pike and Shot. So that's all good stuff. There's a couple of things that I want to revamp, because I was doing another playthrough in between these games that I've been recording. I just wanted to make sure that I was having some issues before with my maritime presence, or at least connecting my capital through ports. So I have this, which has a wharf, but it's not really contributing. It's not no proximity cost. It's not using the I mean, it should be, but here's what's happening. So it's basically, because it's the sea and we don't have a lot of maritime access, it's ruining our ability to get any kind of proximity costs, any kind of proximity, which would help increase this and increase this as well. So we're not going to get anything done until we actually build a actual navy. But luckily enough, we have the money to do just that. Another thing, I realized that what was going on with me not getting institution growth is simply because Azeron hasn't really embraced, if you look at it. Some of you probably already know, it's something I had to figure out on my own. But they haven't embraced any of these institutions yet. So we need to find someone who's actually embraced these institutions, and then we'll be fine. Like Lamb has some embrace. And I also my other playthrough, I actually did a lot of quote unquote exploring with spies in India, and yeah, they definitely have a lot of institutions. And I can only assume that it's the Silk Road that I was talking about in the last video. It's easier for them to get that technology, that institution growth, because they're in a contiguous trade line, so to speak, with Europe, which is where all this stuff is coming from, unfortunately. I want to get to a point where I can spawn my own institutions, but we have to get strong relatively quickly, like world power strong relatively quickly, and then at least have a chance. In any case, let's. Well, we got our spy network at 19, so in another month we probably should have enough, I think, and then we can start creating the Casus Belli. But the first thing I want to do before I even start the game, we're gonna make this into a town because it's got good harbor capacity, so it'll definitely be good for us. Also, yeah. So if we can so what we need to do is we need to improve our maritime presence. We improve our maritime presence. All of this is going to get good, decent proximity costs. It's just as horrible as the one up here, and we can solve that by building up a navy, which should have been obvious, but I wasn't really thinking about it. But we're gonna look for a couple other good spots to build a naval presence. I do want Kilwa, but it's gonna take so long to annex. Oh wait, I do have Kilwa. Never mind. Well then, it has no market access. So what we're gonna need to do is we're just gonna have to build wharfs. It may be the case that we may have to build them in not ideal areas. But we'll play this by ear. Also, we should really consider expanding further into the Congo area, because there's a lot of pops up in this area, especially right here. You gotta love that part right there. Yeah, we have to go get that. And then the Qataran Empire has its own stuff right here, and then there's some more good stuff right here. So we need to get this before anyone does, and I think we're poised to do that, so long as we neutralize Azeron. But anyway, we can also take over in Hambane, because they have a town as well, I think. Yep. We just need to take over. You just need to take over. It might be necessary to just take this by force and not wait on, because usually I like to just subjugate them, but I don't think we have the time for that. So and while we're doing that, we can also build a couple marketplaces. Well, not marketplaces, fishing villages, and we're going to subsidize them so that we can get a little trickle of sailors. Now, how quickly that's going to be is probably not quickly at all. But this is what we need, folks. It's not going to show up with there not being any peasants employed. So I've realized that I don't need to rush to Europe to get the institution growth. I can just siphon institutions from the Middle East / India, because they get it relatively quickly compared to the Europeans, just because they are inevitably going to trade. I need another month though. That's fine. And this annexation is going to be done. It's 1474. And it's been quite a while. I need to check out. That makes sense. So the cost of annexation is increased by the number of rural settlements, it looks like. Yeah, I'll do that. I don't mind upsetting the nobility. Another thing that we need to do, we need to remove aristocratic power, and we're going to do that as forcefully as we can. Yeah, definitely you. And this is going to be our engine to do so. Alas. Alright, we got our 20 spy network. So what we're going to do is create a casus belli, religious war. What I really want is this province, because I believe this is where Mogadishu is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Mogadishu right there. And we're just gonna keep checking their institutions. I mean, even if they get the institution, it's gonna take them a good bit before they actually are able to get the technologies and then build the technologies. So but as I've stated in the last video, our goal, while it is to take a lot of these provinces from them, the bigger goal here is to keep them from actually building the economy they need to get those better armies developed. So we're gonna definitely use the block building. Oh wait, does that allow you to block building for them, or is it just for buildings that? I think it might be different actually. I think that might be for something different now that I think about it, because I looked at it. I took a look at that before. I took a look at that before in the other game that I started. I think it works a little bit different than how I'm thinking. If it did, that would be awesome. But I think it's only for them building in your country, not for them building their own country. And to be fair, that makes sense. Yeah, let's get rid of that. I need my bridge. Another thing that we can do is settle the tribes, because settling the tribesmen are actually if you look at the proximity, tribesmen are actually reducing our proximity costs, or reducing our proximity. If I can get it to hold. So it's this relative amount of tribesmen. So if we get rid of those tribesmen, that's another modifier that's working in our favor. Well, that's one less modifier working against us, and we can go from there. And so this should jump up a little bit. And this is in a different province, so we're gonna have to do the same thing here. But it's got a tribesman presence here. I think all of these have a tribesman presence. Chikwanda. Yep. This one doesn't. This one is, well, it might be Chikwanda itself that's causing that. So we're gonna get rid of all of that, and that should improve our proximity. And once that's done, I want to go straight into building a wharf. As a matter of fact, I want to build a road. Additionally, since we have a city, we're running out of building capacity. That's not great. It's not great, folks. Not great at all. We got all this built. I really do want to get this royal garden up, so then I could bring down my diplomacy spending a little bit more. But this is going to take a long time, just because I can't reduce proximity enough for it to start affecting these other places. But we're going to get there, slowly but surely. Honestly, this was a bad idea, because it wasn't a bad idea, but as far as like for economic reasons, this isn't, expanding into the mainland isn't useful right now, unless I use this river. This river could be useful. We could actually, well, there's no pops there. We could encourage migration here, and then we can just build a power base here. But in order to do that, we need to get rid of the tribesmen. Yeah. Let's see. What? We need to empower the burghers also. But we should definitely switch this out so that we can improve, so we can grow our plutocracy values even more. Buy blood is good. Royal court works because it gives us -10 proximity cost through land, so that works. The decentralization is not great, but this should be fun. Alright, so we got that built. Let's go ahead and build our wharf. Even though I know it's going to take a while, but we need to get that going, and that's why I have the road built. But the good thing is, it should get better proximity. Not the greatest, but it'll be better. And it should allow us to promote a little bit quicker, just because of the increased control. Local market protection. Local market protection is increased by maritime presence, I think. Right? Let me know in the comments. Alright, 50% ready for the religious war. And our levies have reduced for some reason. But again, because we have... Oh, they've already embraced professional armies. That's even better. That is even better. We should definitely take Zanzibar, because that's a good... It's not good, but it's a decent harbor. 40%. It's not bad at all. This is 55, which is better, but I want that as well. So we're definitely gonna have to take that over. And now we're getting sailors. Let's get some more. Try to speed it up as best as we can, at least. And we need to set up a colony here, but I don't want to go overboard on my resources here. Let's build this second marketplace. Let's see. We should have got more trade range, because then we could start trading with Yemen. Yeah. Oh, we have a kid. Should be fine. We can get her married. You marry this guy. Seems relatively young. Even though that doesn't really matter much in the grand scheme, but I would rather she find somebody, you know, closer to her age. You know what I mean? All right. Do you have a library? Yep, you got a library here. Fantastic, fantastic. I don't want to build anything here just because the proximity costs. Ooh. That's cheeks. Absolute cheeks. Unfortunately, it's going to take a while for these roads to build. Oh, that's good. Let's see. The Europeans haven't yet. I mean, Europeans haven't yet started colonizing here. Which is good for us. Gotta get that market access going. Since it's already a town, there's no other way to improve proximity costs. Well, that's a lie. We could build a bailiff here. But whether or not it's worth it is an entirely different story. I really do want to get this set up, because this right here, like this river, is good stuff. Vegetation is woods though. Yeah, we really should be expanding into the grasslands, because that's a lot better. That's a lot better for setting up an economic base than doing it in a jungle. And in prior gameplays, I was trying to set up a power of economic base here, just because it's good land. And we can still do that through Maputo. So if we can get our maritime presence up to reduce a lot of the cost of proximity to the port, we can shift it over to here, and we can build our economic base, because there's a river. Yeah, river right here. And it runs right through a lot of this stuff. And there's another river here that runs here as well. So we could probably get something decent going with that. But our priority right now is taking out. What's taking this so long? Do I need lumber? It's not saying I need lumber. I'll build another one just in case. We'll build this as well. Alright, we're ready for war. We gotta go ahead and get started with it, because the longer we wait, the easier it is for them to get their institutions. And we need to strike now while we are at an advantage. Somalia has the advantage with, well, they should, but maybe their economy isn't strong enough to actually make use of it. But the technologies should be useful in our fight. In any case, let's get this shindig started. If I can declare the war. Let's go. Raise the levies. Raise them all. Actually, did I not? Yeah, I gave them levy size. Oh, alright. Well, this is what we're working with, folks. It's definitely sizable. It's 100% a fearsome army. And with Somalia, we have vision. So, and our allies here are getting their things together. That's good. I think it might be ideal for us to finish this fight before we finish annexing them, but I think that's going to be a while. We still have another 9 years before that happens, and this war should be wrapped up one way or another in that amount of time. Somalia, where are your troops? Where in the name of everything that's good and holy is your troops? Ah, build a fort here. Unfortunate. Is this the capital? That's the capital. That's nice. Alright, you got a wharf. It's only promoting at 7, which is terrible. I'm not gonna wait on this 8. Let's go ahead and get our general. We're gonna move up here. I would rather they stick with me, but it looks like they have other ideas. Cause I would rather we focus our strength. Province food. Yeah, they're definitely going to attack them. And they're not attacking Somalia for some reason. So they're inevitably going to go for our people here. But we're definitely going to take that. Wait, are we in a... No, we're just in a defensive league. Alright. Let's see what we got here. Yeah. It's not doing anything fast. Unfortunate. Yeah, that's tragic. Oh, no. We need to recover our manpower. Why are you... Oh, Jesus Christ. I need to recover my manpower before I go in like that. Alright. It's decent now. Oh. We gotta catch them off because they're gonna go around and terrorize our and they're also going to do that because that's... Where are they now? Okay, here we go. Yeah, that's absolute slaughter. And I like that. I like that. Alright, let's not go crazy now. Yep. Those are numbers I like to see. Alright. Yeah, that's fine. You got somebody who can improve their education. Really, no. It should be military. Tribesmen are going to be... Oh, wait. Yeah, let's focus you on diplomacy then. Alright, I'm gonna create a supply here. Alright, cool. So we should be getting food from there. to stop them. Do we have... We should have camp followers. Alright. Camp follower. We're gonna get rid of you. And we're gonna have you. So you're not gonna do anything. Alright, well, I was hoping that we could avoid that, but it seems not. Alright, there's that. How's our road doing? I gotta look at that quick. Gotta pay attention because I don't want to get... Ooh. The great thing about this is before I do that, let's do that. I do want to increase the burgers. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. That's not what I wanted to do at all. So, balance, and then create a new unit. Create a new unit. And I don't need any tribal cavalry. Let's do another footman levy. And then we're going to select that and take it here. Jesus Christ. Going after our fucking supply. That's so annoying. So annoying. I guess I'm gonna have to send another contingent. I'm gonna have to give them some cavalry, I guess. Because they're going all the way back. Going all the way back to kill. Ugh. So annoying. I hope it doesn't take. The last time I did a siege, it literally took ages. Literally took ages. I hope. Like it's stuck. It was stuck. It was hard stuck on 28, and I never got anything out of it. It took like months to take over. And we have multiple forts to siege. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, they were never in the war in the first place. Oh, unfortunate. I forgot. I was like, huh? Why aren't they here? Excellent. Let's go ahead and take that out. I don't really want to lose stability. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, let's see what we can take. I want this whole province. That's for certain. And then that. Looks like they're fine. But let's break off some tribal cavalry and send them here. just what I needed. A military kit. Military kit. Yes. Let's drop some here. Oh, attrition. Sure. Let's create another supply depot here. Let's create another supply depot here. Oh, okay, never mind. Stay there. Ah, I know what's going on. Oh, this got built, so that should slowly be building up burgers to fill up this. It's not quite full, but we're getting there. Let's go ahead and build our first galley. Gosh darn it. Oh wait. Ugh. Can't look away, guys. Can't look away. let's just do army logistics. But you're not doing anything. Alright, until I figure this out, we're just gonna do this manually, unfortunately. Which is taking me away from actually defending the siege. And this attrition is just, I'm unsure how this food access works. So sometimes so it'll show you that you're getting food, but then other times it won't give you any food. So I'm just confused. Alright, so let's hurry up here because we're losing a lot of men right now. Oh no. Oh, they attached to me. Oh, that's why. What I need is another, yeah, I need to build another, camp follower. This will really help. Hmm, 300, no. What is going on here? Why does this keep happening? Oh my gosh. Let's drop some food here. Or I guess not. Alright. We need you to support the front. Oh no. I'll detach you. And if I move here, alright. Oh good, he stopped there. Come on guys. You gotta stop a bad day from getting worse. And I pretty much expect them to not be faring well. Let's drop some food here and some more. As a matter of fact, let me, you guys can reorganize. And you guys can stick with them. And meanwhile, control over coinage. Nah. Got a little too much dip on your chip there, buddy. Excuse me. Ugh. This is taking so long. Alright, go back up. Why can't I deposit food? Oh, we don't have any manpower. That's outstanding. Alright, let's go back. Why, bro? Why? Ugh. You're not gonna be able to win this war. Or not decisively like we need to. Yeah, this is the problem. While it's a cool thing to create supply lines, but that I have to manually do this is a problem. Now, maybe there's a reason why it's not why you can't automatically set them up to do the supply, the supply thing. But yeah, it's very problematic. Let's get back. Yeah, I can't do anything because they keep. We gotta stop that. Oh no. Detach a siege. Let's go back here. Alright. Okay, so it's taking. Alright, got you. Tracking. Let's take this. Oh, you need to be accompanied. Target opinion. Yeah, it's not gonna be enough. Oh no. Let's go back here. No, technically we can just Reform everyone. Oh, I lied. Let's do that. Yeah, they're definitely going after you, buddy. Unfortunate. Now what? Not good. Supplies have been cut off. Alright. Let's leave the siege here. Let's get back here. Smash them. Let's detach. I have some tribal cavalry. Go with you. Go with God. Whoa. I'm getting a hang, a little bit of a hang of the, oh, finally. Alright, that works. But we still need to... we gotta go back and resupply. Let's see, what can I get? I can actually get all this. Yeah, this is getting too costly. Yeah, that should be fine. I should go back. Alright, so we won the war. It cost us a lot. A whole lot. But we got pretty much what we wanted. We've taken Mogadishu from them, and that's worth its weight in gold. So what we're gonna do is start importing. Ooh, horses. Let's get those. Do we need beeswax? We technically have beeswax here, but is it useful? Probably not. Nope. So we're probably gonna need to import beeswax. Yeah, let's just import it. Alright, he's horrible. But I need someone to reduce the power of these aristocrats. This nobility, rather. Oh, we ended up with 10,000. Must be when we all this land that we took over. Granted, these are going to rebel. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. We need to make sure that we're ready when we do. When they do. Let's go ahead and make you an admiral. And you're gonna start patrolling the seas. Once you patrolling here. And there, most definitely. And there, and there. Jesus Christ, it's still taking a long time. That being said, we do have an uptick of growth because of the maritime presence. It's not much, but it's something. Yeah, that's better. Those kind of 20% swings is not something to play with. You're almost nearly done with uppers and it's getting there. It's getting there. Oh, we have a bunch of slaves. It's not great. But better they're slaves for us than slaves for them. Let's go back. I do want to export this gold. But more than that, I want to see what other things I can get. Let's import some more beeswax, I guess. And some legumes. 'Cause why not? Let's import these. And Mogadishu. I need you to stop exporting that. Stop exporting that and export more of this. I'm gonna lock that in. What else can you export? Yeah, definitely don't need those. Legumes. Couldn't care less about that. Oh no. This is a tragedy. I wish there was a better way to evaluate these things. Let's build another fine cloth, well, cloth thingy. Let's see what our institution spread is like. Alright, that's good. But we can make it better. That's annoying me. Yeah, I don't care for that either. Let's import this cotton. I'd rather not take another stability hit. Let's export that to Great Zimbabwe. Where are we getting the cotton from? Oh, we're getting it. We're siphoning it from Azura. That's glorious. That is glorious. In fact, maybe we could get them to forcefully trade that downward. Let's see if our theory holds true. First, some stuff we don't need. You don't need that. Let's send some more cotton that way. Because right now what I'm trying to do is just push as much imports into Great Zimbabwe as I can, because that is increasing our institution growth a lot. See? Go back to it. Stop it. 0.18 from imports. And if we now, what I'm not sure of is, so I've been operating off the idea that the amount of import is based off of the trade amount, not the trade capacity. But I'm unsure of that theory. If anybody knows for sure, please let me know, and we shall put an end to this question. No, not that market. I'm focused on Mogadishu. We can send some legumes to Great Zimbabwe. If we can find it. All right. Legumes. Oh, we need more legumes. Okay, never mind. We can see if these peppers will work. Let's trade them then. Peep? No, not peep. We're not peepers. Export. Oh no. Let's just increase what we already have. That being, yeah, that's not profitable in the least. I guess we'll send some more cotton. I don't know why that's there twice, and we'll just add that to here. Send some more of this. Take some more of that. Send some more of that. So what is our institution growth looking like now? Went down. I'm not sure why, because I'm pretty sure it was at 40.40. Alright. Oops. I have not been making use of the stealing the maps, but we're going to now. We're not giving you that. Absolutely not. Who's our son? Who's our heir? He's the heir. Oh. Oh. Well. Oh, he's already getting expensive. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Finally, we have some good news. A prodigy, who's our grandson, who is our son's first son, meaning that our ruler after this mediocre one is going to be godlike. And that's one thing that I've experienced while I've been playing with Zimbabwe. Whenever I play with Zimbabwe, it's like cursed, to put it simply. Zimbabwe just goes, and you have your ruler has a son, and his first son is slow or an idiot, and then his second or third son is the prodigy. Or then you'll have moments where you have a son and your first son is a prodigy, and then he dies. And I'm like, yeah, I feel like this nation is cursed. Like, has it been built simply to just keep you from having good rulers? Maybe to help with the colonization of the Europeans, I don't know. But anyway, I think this is a good time to cut it off here. So we accomplished our goal, but we're not done. Obviously, we just have to crush Ajuran. There's no other way around it. We have to crush them because these provinces are going to revolt, and we're just going to have to deal with the revolt. But allowing them to continue to exist so that these provinces can defect back to them, that's a problem. So we have to destroy them utterly, so that we just deal with the revolt and not them just going back, because that's a pointless endeavor. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe. Goodness gracious. and I'll see you on the next time.